Okay, all right, okay. You can do it. Yeah, there you go. Hi friends. Listen, I'm gonna make this one quick because it is already almost 3 p.m. Mom comes home in about 2.5 hours, so I gotta make this one speedy. It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the coffee is caffeinated, and we got some new eyeshadow to play with. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't yet, you should, because sometimes I float some polls your way. A couple of new palettes came into my possession this week, and because I couldn't decide between the two of them, both of them are so beautiful, I decided to ask my audience which one they would prefer to see first. And with about a 75% lead, you all chose the brand new, fresh off the press, Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette. This was gifted to me by Unearthly Cosmetics. Thank you so much, my sweet babies, for sending this my way. And folks, we're gonna get into it right now because Mama doesn't have time to bloviate. You're welcome. So if you wanna see a very quick, chill first impressions of the Don't Be Jelly palette, stick around because we're getting into it right now. Roll the intro. First off, I gotta say, the presentation is so right. I'm pretty sure they had launched one of these previously, and this is the new iteration of it. And folks, I don't think y'all are ready for these shifts. Let's do a little unboxing. It's just the same thing on the inside, but I love this little box. I think it's so cute. I don't know what I'll ever use it for, but you know I will keep it because we hoard makeup on this channel. It is shifty, it is shiny, it is splendid. Even though it took a few weeks for this to get to me, it's still fairly fresh, so I'm excited to show you this really unique color story. And I think what is happening here is a color story with mattes that support these incredible shifty shimmers. And all of these shimmers are going to be impossible to capture on camera, but we're going to do our best. And as much as I want to dig into this pastel neon green, we literally just uploaded the perfect greens for last month's hue fixation video. I will link that up here. So I think we're going to keep to this center quad right here. I believe it would go with the grubby t-shirt I'm wearing today because she could not be bothered today, folks. She really just could not be bothered. These shifts, when I'm looking at them in my monitor, look completely different than they do in person. And actually, I'm gaining some insight into why these quads are going to work together more on camera than they do in person. Before we discuss the look, which is not going to be anything exciting, I assure you, we're going to swatch all of these shimmers all for you right now. That is salty, and ooh, that looks like it's going to be a very good inner corner highlight. This oceanic galactic vibe is really something else. As per usual with Unearthly Cosmetics, these shimmers are buttery soft. This is aquatic. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the one I think I'm most excited for. This is Luminescence. We'll do a close-up of all these in a second, but oh my god. A couple of them do have base colors to them. Not every single one, but these two here definitely have that purple base to them. All right, Hydraspace, which I think is my second most intriguing for myself. Oh yeah, that's going on our face today. This is definitely going on our face today. Jellyfish, ooh, which has some grit to it, but still soft. And last but certainly not least, let's tap in to Brine. Green lovers rejoice. Here are all these splendid, shifty shimmers. Let me tell ya, these two here, this looks absolutely stunning on camera. For your viewing pleasure. Let's zoom on in and start messing with some eyeshadow. First things first, let's grab a little bit of eyeshadow primer. As per usual, I don't know fully yet what I am going to do. I have a vague idea of how I want this to turn out. I do think I want to really emphasize the lower lash line today. Let's get the ball rolling with Coral. You know I cannot resist something warm, terracotta, orangey neutral. Picks up on the brush really nicely. And I think I'm just going to fluff that in and around the lid area. Winging it out a tiny bit, not too upward, but more just straight out. This is really beautiful. You know, it's actually not that screaming orange, which I kind of like. It's kind of a cool toned muted coral. It's really pretty. You could really just throw that on the lid by itself and call it a day. It's actually going really well with the lip prep I did today. If you wanted to know what was on my lips, it's the new Rare Beauty tinted lip oil. I just couldn't help myself. This is in the shade Joy, and it actually really works with this look. Yeah, I'm really loving how this is softly blending out, and I want to carry that onto the lower lash line. These are so easy to work with, as per usual. I've said this 1,000 times, but the Unearthly Cosmetics matte formula, very nearly unmatched. Soft blendability with the pigmentation payoff. I don't know how they do it. I'm pretty sure it is some sort of witchcraft how they make this happen, because honestly, it's like they blend themselves. You don't have to do any work. That's great. I think we can move on. And I think we're gonna stick with the center quad. Let's move on to Sea Urchin, which I actually can't really get a read on in the pan. It's like brown, but it's purple. I'm excited. If you haven't guessed by now, we're doing a smoky wing. Groundbreaking, I know. And I would have gotten here a little earlier, but Daniel had a commercial self-tape to do and needed my help, so I was a little late getting out the door. I'm just trying to softly drag that out without it getting too chaotic, but we're also going to connect this on the lower lash line and try and really grunge this up. It's a little messy, but I do like it a lot. I think I want to go into coral and just start to buff around this edge a little more. Yeah, this is definitely more the vibe I was looking for. Like very lower lash line focused wing. I like these unique neutrals. I really think there's such an interesting undertone to both these shades that make them neutral, but in a really fun way. All right, I think we should move on to shimmers. And like a match made in heaven, let's just dip right into that Glimmer grasp. And I want this to be quite soft, so we're going to gently tap in the area instead of painting it on with a brush. I really want this to just flow. Let's tap right into some luminescence. I'm so ready. Oh yeah. I'm detecting some green, some peach, some undertones of lavender. There's a lot going on in here. And I think we'll tap into Hydrospace as well, closer to the inner third. And we're taking it right up to that brow bone today. Look at all that space for activities. Wow. How like magical that looks on the lid. I mean, would a sane person have just stuck with one shimmer? Sure. I think we all know who we're dealing with here. I'm gonna take a little brush and tap back into Hydrospace and just pop that into the inner corner. I mean, come on. Dipping back into Sea Urchin with a little angled brush, we're gonna really nestle that into the lash line. And I think creating a new inner corner is definitely the move for this one. Stick a fork in her, I think she's done. Listen, we pulled this off in a very short amount of time and I am not gonna question it. So before I ruin it by adding anything else, I'm going to stop here, do it on the other side, throw on some lashes, and then we will come back and finish the rest of the look. Listen, I know this look is extremely simple, but it's like a perfect, grungy, casual, quick look. I like that this look provides so much space to show off some of those shimmers, and paired with Glimmer Grasp, these guys are just reflective, ultra dimensional, and just wet. I sincerely apologize for saying the word wet on camera. I think we should move on though to some blush. I'm already wearing Sandy Cheeks by Melt, the cream Blushlight formula underneath all of my powders today, which I believe was the correct move for sure. Let's continue on in that trend. Let's build this up a little bit more. So to build on top of that, this is Bloom by Unearthly Cosmetics. We're having an Unearthly Cosmetics day, okay? You're just gonna have to deal with it. I think it'll pick up the coral in that eyeshadow really well, and I might have to mute it down a tiny bit because it is quite bright, but let's just throw it on and see what happens. nearly there, but I do think I want to mute it down a tiny bit. I'm gonna do my old trick of putting on some Divine Rose, which kind of neutralizes the blush for me. And I do think I want to beef up my bronzer just a little bit. All right, we are just cruising on through this. And I feel like when I put on shifty eyeshadow like this, I always pull out the Space Age Prophecy by Kaleidos. We're going to very deftly tap into this and hope for the best. As always, putting on way too much. I think I do want to lighten up this highlight though a little bit. Not sure with what though. I know I've done this trick before, but I'm going to revisit it again today because I know it works and I don't have time to fix it. So let's beef up this highlighter a bit and brighten it up with some golden from Unearthly. I think all that's left to do is beef up this lip just a little bit. I'm just gonna throw on some Rule lip liner from House Labs. We're so close, guys. Let's finish this off with some gloss. And I've been dying to find out what this looks like on the lips. This is in the shade Spice from Unearthly. It doesn't quite go, but I'm okay with it. I think it looks so beautiful. I've been trying to get through their entire line of lip glosses, which they sent me a few videos back, and I have been dying to see what this looks like on, and she does not disappoint. I think I'm going to layer a tiny bit of Cupid in the center because it has some glitter reflex in the formula. I mean, only I would see the difference. I love these glosses though. I really do. I'm so happy they're in my possession. All right, folks, let's call this one done. Stick of Vorkener, she is done, folks. That is a wrap on our first impressions of the Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette. I will try and keep my final thoughts short and sweet today as it is the weekend of Mother's Day as I'm filming this, and I really want to go and spend some time with my mom this evening, so I am going to try and be brief and succinct, which is not my forte. For being under the time constraints that I am currently, the fact that I could accomplish this in about 2 hours of filming is pretty awesome. It is a very simple look, but I really love it. I think it's extremely effective, and it is so effective in showcasing those brilliant shimmers. My God, they were such a treat to work with. This palette, I just find the theming and the color story incredibly unique. I can't say that I've seen anything like this before. I love the blend of galactic and oceanic. Unearthly Cosmetics is, I think, one of the most creative and unique indie brands that I've had the pleasure of coming across. They're always coming up with new ideas, combinations, and themes which are very unique to them, I think. I mean, a lot of indie brands, you know, are all trying to break the mold, but I honestly do think Unearthly is successful in that. There's a lot of shades in here that you think wouldn't work together, but I do think they managed to tie it all together using these really amazing shifts in these shimmers, you know? And I think that's how they're able to pull off such a odd and seemingly disjointed color story. Lots of stuff worth exploring, and I honestly cannot wait to pick this back up again. Who knows when that will be, but hopefully it is soon. Again, thank you, Unearthly, for sending this my way. I am absolutely gobsmacked at the level of quality, the artistry. They bring it to you every ball. I don't know why we're surprised at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna head out, hang out with my mom. Daniel's coming over to surprise her with some Brazilian cheese bread. I think it's gonna be a great evening. Who knows? Maybe there's some takeout in our future. We shall see. Time will tell. Sorry if this video was a little bit of a chaotic mess and a little bit too brief. I really wanted to push myself to film even though I didn't have as much time as I would have liked. And I'm really happy that we got a really nice cohesive look out of it. As always, I'd much rather create something then create nothing. Let me know what shades you want to see from this palette next. Before coming back to this, I will probably dig into the brand new Glaminatrix Cosmetics palette that I did tease in my Instagram stories. And I do still want to revisit those swampy greens in my collection and do a kind of addendum to the hue fixation for the month of April. So lots of things, you know, kind of floating around up there in the chaotic cloud of bees that is my brain. All right, folks, I need to stop talking because this mouth is moving faster than my brain can keep up. So I'm going to love you and leave you. But before I do, please let me rattle off the spiel to you. Here are the many ways that you can help out this channel. You can give this video a big thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. Any and all engagement with this video is crucial to its success in the algorithm. So if you have a few spare seconds, please engage with this video. You can follow me on other social media, i.e. Instagram is the only one I'm active on, and I will leave that right there. And I don't know, hang out with your mom or give them a call. Give someone in your life a call that you consider a role model in your life. Someone that you can go to and say, thanks for shaping me, because I'm gonna go do that right now. And with that, folks, please stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!